God's advice today. This message was lovingly prepared to bring peace and guidance to your heart. If it touches you, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. That way, you'll keep receiving uplifting content. Stay with us until the end. We've prepared something special with great care. Discover something life-changing. In the first comment, I left a special prayer and an opportunity that could open doors you never imagined. God said, "My dear child, pause for a moment and just breathe. I ask you, tenderly, quiet your heart and listen to the voice that speaks in the silence. I know the storms that sometimes invade your mind, the restless thoughts that stir like waves in the open sea. I know how hard it is to remain balanced when every worry tries to pull you away from peace, when silence seems to be the only response to your prayers. But listen to me, not every silence is absence, and not every delay is denial. Sometimes, the time you perceive as waiting is actually the time I use to prepare you. Even if you don't understand it, there is purpose in every pause and care in every invisible detail. I am here, even when everything seems still. Are you seeking a deep spiritual transformation in your life and in the lives of your loved ones? Imagine attracting wealth and abundance in less than a week, while blessings pour over you daily. It all begins with a simple 1-minute prayer. To discover how this technique can transform your reality, click the link in the first comment. Every step you take on this journey not only benefits you, but also supports our channel and the dedicated team that brings this valuable content to you. Don't wait any longer to start this journey of spiritual and material transformation. Click now to learn more and begin your path toward a fuller and more abundant life. Per Gunter AO ChatGPT. Because my love is not measured by sensations, but by constant presence. As it is written, I drew them with gentle cords, with bands of love, and I was to them as those who take the yoke from their neck. I stooped and fed them. Hosea chapter 11 verse 4. This is how I care for you, with love that lifts, that nourishes, that sustains. I do not leave you adrift. When you do not see, I am working. When you do not feel, I am closer. When everything is silent, that is when I speak most deeply to your soul. Trust. The invisible will become visible at the right time, and you will see that nothing was in vain. I am your God, your shelter, your answer, your Father. Comment, even in silence, God is working for me. I see your restless heart, even when you try to hide it with calm gestures or discreet smiles. I know the silence that settles within you when the answer doesn't come, when the return you hoped for never arrives, and time feels frozen in a wounding expectation. Your emotions often turn short pauses into long absences, and these gaps take on the weight of assumptions that grow like shadows inside your soul. But I want you to know, I am with you even when I seem silent. This silence is not absence, it is work. It is preparation. I am the God who created you sensitive, able to feel deeply, to love intensely, to desire with faith. And that sensitivity, though it sometimes hurts, is a jewel that reflects my own heart in you. I want to teach you to wait without fear, to trust without seeing, to remain firm even when everything seems stuck. I have not left you. I will never leave. Comment, I trust in God's love, He is my refuge. My child, when you wait on me, something precious happens. Even if your eyes do not immediately perceive it, your soul begins to mature, your faith is strengthened, and your spirit aligns with the heavens. The silence you so fear may, in truth, be the ground where I plant the seeds of your deepest faith. You are not just waiting for a better time, you are being forged like gold in fire. Yes, it is hard not to receive an answer now, but it is in this interval that I am shaping you for something greater. Remember what my word says. Be strong, and let your heart take courage, all you who wait for the Lord. Psalm 31 verse 24. There is strength in waiting. There is honor in trusting. You have not been forgotten. You have been chosen to live a time of silent transformation, where every tear waters the garden I am cultivating within you. Comment, in the waiting, my faith matures in God's heart. Did you know there's an effective method to attract more financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deep-rooted beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a significant impact on my life, and we'd love to invite you to discover this special practice. When we trust that God wants to move in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. That's why it's so important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan just for you. If you'd like to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing content that inspires and transforms, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can explore how this technique may also help you on your journey. Your support helps us continue sharing messages that truly make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. I understand, my child, how your mind is quick to build scenarios, even with little information. A delay of hours becomes, within you, rejection. A silence of days feels like abandonment. But I want you to listen closely. These interpretations do not always reflect the truth. They are often echoes of old wounds, memories of moments when you were hurt, neglected, misunderstood. But I am not like those who left you. I am your faithful Father, the one who never changes. So I tell you, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5. Not everything you think is true, not everything you feel is direction. That's why I invite you to let me rewrite the narratives within you. Let me replace thoughts of fear with thoughts of hope, thoughts of rejection with promises of love. The truth I have about you is eternal, unchanging, and full of grace. Comment, God's truth is greater than my fears. Beloved child, within you I placed a divine gift, imagination. It is an extension of my creative spirit within you. With it, you can dream, envision, foresee the future, and even discern the subtle signs I send. But when that imagination becomes disconnected from the peace I offer, it turns into a tool of unrest. You begin to build castles of doubt, scenes of rejection, predictions of pain that do not even exist. And that draws you away from my rest. Yet still, I do not distance myself from you. On the contrary, I draw near with tenderness, placing my hand upon your spiritual shoulder and saying, let me be your foundation. Let me lead your imagination into the light. Because when your mind walks with me, it becomes fertile for miracles. You begin to see the invisible, believe in the impossible, and walk on waters that once seemed terrifying. Comment, imagination guided by God becomes a bridge to miracles. You are not alone, my dear one. Many of my children walk through this same valley of doubt, especially when they are about to cross a new threshold of purpose. There is a restlessness that arises before the transition, a discomfort that signals growth. And it is in that moment that you feel unprepared. But let me remind you, every new path I open before you is preceded by my wisdom. I would never throw you into something for which I have not already prepared you. Even if you feel fragile, inexperienced, or small, I see the strength I've already planted in your spirit. The faith that grew in the nights of struggle, the patience that was born in the early hours of waiting, the love that bloomed despite disappointment, all of this is part of the invisible backpack you carry as you begin this new journey. Walk forward, then. Because I walk with you. Comment, if God opened the way, it's because He has already prepared me to walk it. There are paths, my child, that I reveal clearly. They come with signs, confirmations, prophetic words, and abundant peace. But there are others that appear as gentle whispers, subtle invitations I place within your heart. And in those moments, it is not evidence that guides you, but your sensitivity to my voice. So never despise pure intuitions, quiet dreams, the persistent sense of, this is the way. I love to surprise. I love to shape your faith not only with visible miracles but with constant trust in me. When you learn to walk even without visible guarantees, that is when your spiritual roots deepen. Remember, my kingdom grows in secret soil. And I, your Father, take pleasure in guiding you intimately and silently, because that is how you learn to love me, not for what you see, but for who I am. Comment, I follow the whisper of God, even when the way isn't clear. When you face situations that demand more from you, when you feel the ground slipping beneath your feet and everything seems new and uncertain, it does not mean you are at a disadvantage. In fact, many of these experiences are here to shape your character, develop your patience, and expand your vision. Yes, there are currents of opposition, but they do not appear to defeat you. They arise to make you stronger. They teach you new ways to act, to listen, and to trust. When the path becomes unclear, when the next steps are not evident, remember, it is in these moments that I want you to walk with me. Every difficulty is not a punishment, it is an invitation. An invitation to draw nearer to me, to trust my guidance, even when your mind craves control and answers. I want you to learn to walk by faith, not by sight, for true strength is born when you move forward without seeing the complete path. Comment, I walk even when I don't understand, because I trust the one who guides me. I lead you, my child, through paths that may seem challenging, but they are rich with purpose. Whenever a new beginning arises, even if it is surrounded by doubts or fears, know this, I am with you. My presence is the foundation beneath your steps, my voice is the gentle whisper guiding you through your unrest. When you approach something truly important, something I designed specifically for you, obstacles may appear. These barriers, my child, do not mean you've strayed from the path. Quite the opposite, they often indicate that you are exactly where you should be. The enemy tries to make you give up at the very start, but if you can see with the eyes of faith, you'll understand that great promises almost always come with great challenges. I have given you a brave spirit, not to shrink back from hardship, but to move forward with courage, knowing there is purpose in every step. The Lord is good, a refuge in times of trouble. He cares for those who trust in Him. Nahum chapter 1 verse 7. Comment, I trust in God's love, He is my refuge. It is at life's crossroads where your trust in me will be most tested, and also most strengthened. When it feels like an invisible force is trying to stop you, when fear urges you to turn back, remember that I do not abandon you when you face something new. The resistance you feel may not be a wall, but a mirror, reflecting your doubts, your wounds, your past traumas. The enemy is cunning, and sometimes his greatest weapon is a distorted memory of what you've lived through. He reminds you of failures to try to convince you that you're not ready, that you're not capable. But I, your Father, do not look at your mistakes to condemn you. I see them as seeds of learning. Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Isaiah chapter 43 verses 18 and 19. I can turn your stumbles into steps of overcoming. Your wounds can become scars of glory if you surrender them to me. Don't let the voice of your past keep you from embracing the future I lovingly prepared for you. Comment: my story is redeemed by the hands of the Father. My beloved, I want you to know that no painful memory has the power to define you when placed under my light. What once brought you shame, what still echoes in your mind with accusations, I have seen it, I already know it, and still, I chose you. Don't hide your weaknesses from me, bring them into my presence. I am the one who turns shame into strength, mistakes into wisdom. I do not condemn you for what has passed. I want to teach you to see the past through eyes of compassion, to treat it as part of your growth, not as a prison. If you learn to give me every fragment of your story, I will make even the darkest parts a testimony of my faithfulness. You are not alone, not even in those moments when you judged yourself most unworthy. I was there, and I am still here. And today I say to you, walk with courage. You are more than any failure. You are my child, shaped by the fire of perseverance and anointed for the new that is coming. Comment: the past does not define my worth. God redefines me with every new dawn. But there is also another type of fear that haunts you, the fear of what has not yet happened. The enemy tries to paint your future with scenes of pain and failure, using your imagination against you. He takes advantage of your uncertainty to whisper doubts. What if it doesn't work? What if no one supports you? What if everything falls apart again? These questions do not come from me. They have only one goal: to paralyze your heart. I want you to understand, my child, that the future belongs to you because I have already visited it ahead of you. I know every turn, every obstacle, and every hidden blessing in your next steps. You don't need to predict everything. You need to trust the one who already prepared the way. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10. Your safety is not in controlling what lies ahead but in trusting the one who leads you. No scenario the enemy suggests can undo my promise. Comment: my future is secure in God's hands. My dear child, often the worries that haunt your mind are like phantoms, shadows that are not based on your true reality nor on the steadfast promises I have given you. These images, born of fear and anxiety, are mere specters meant to keep you from embracing the good that is present and the constant guidance I provide. The future, though unknown, unfolds under my watchful care, and I have promised to be with you every step of the way. I have not given you a spirit of fear but one of inherent strength, deep love, and a clear, well-ordered mind. When these anxious projections of what might happen begin to cloud your vision and trouble your heart, consciously choose to redirect your thoughts toward what is certain: my unchanging nature, my unfailing love for you, my specific and reliable promises for your life. Comment: I trust in God's strength. It is my anchor in the storm. The most effective way to counter these tactics, those rooted in both past regrets and future fears, is to anchor yourself firmly in the present moment, in quiet connection with me. Bring your past hurts and your future worries into my gentle healing awareness through calm reflection, reading my words of truth, or talking with others who understand and can remind you of my constant care. Allow me to gently help you disentangle your heart from those narratives of shame and anxiety that do not come from me. My deepest desire is for you to live in the freedom of my love, unburdened by the shadows of yesterday or the phantoms of tomorrow, so that you can fully embrace the today I have given you and the open paths I invite you to walk with a spirit of quiet courage and inner joy. This focus on the present with me is where your true strength lies. Beloved child, the journey of inner conviction often involves navigating a landscape where your external circumstances and your internal realities seem to be in conflict with each other. My servant Paul openly shared his experiences, revealing how he faced external conflicts and internal fears, offering profound insight into the common human experience, especially when you are actively trying to follow my guidance and stepping into new areas of life or responsibility that I have led you to. External conflicts tend to be the more apparent, tangible ones. They may take many forms: misunderstandings with those around you, opposition from those who do not share or support your vision or goals, unexpected setbacks in your plans or projects, financial pressures that cause worry, health challenges that are difficult to bear, or simply the natural frictions and difficulties of living in a complex world not yet fully aligned with my peaceful ways. These external struggles can certainly be wearing and test your perseverance and patience. Comment: even in external battles, God is my shield and fortress. However real and demanding these external conflicts may be, I want you to understand something crucial: the most potent, insidious, and often decisive battles are waged within the private landscape of your own heart and mind. The fears within, nagging doubts about your worthiness or abilities, persistent anxieties about your capacity to handle what lies ahead, quiet whispers of insecurity that undermine your confidence, echoes of past traumas or disappointments resurfacing, or a pervasive dread of potential failure or rejection. These unseen adversaries can do the most damage to your spirit and most effectively hinder your progress in fulfilling my good purposes for your life. The enemy knows this dynamic well. He understands that if he can undermine your inner peace, your confidence in my steadfast love, and your trust in my gentle guidance, then the external conflicts you face will feel all the more overwhelming and insurmountable. Comment: God strengthens my spirit to overcome invisible battles. He seeks to turn your inner sanctuary, the quiet place within you where you connect with me, into a place of turmoil and unrest. He tries to make your thoughts a constant chorus of negativity and doubt and to whirl your emotions into a storm of fear and apprehension. But I have not left you unequipped or defenseless in this inner battle, my dear one. I have given you my own spirit to dwell within you, a spirit that brings inherent strength, deep love, and the capacity for a sound, disciplined, and well-ordered mind. I have given you my words of truth and encouragement, which are like a lamp to your feet and a light to your path, a reliable source of unshakable truth that can dispel the shadows of deception and confusion. I have given you the precious gift of prayer, a direct and open line of communication with me, where you can pour out your heart, share your burdens, receive my strength, and find my quiet wisdom for your situation. I have also placed you within a community of fellow seekers, others on their own journeys, who can offer encouragement, support, understanding, and a sense of shared experience. Comment: in prayer and fellowship, I find the refuge and strength I need. The key to overcoming both internal and external difficulties is to remain connected to me in the present moment, living each day with quiet courage and inner joy. True victory does not come from the absence of problems but from the certainty that I am with you amid them, guiding your steps, strengthening your spirit, and illuminating your path. Trust me, my child, when I say your struggles are not in vain. They are part of the process by which I shape you, strengthen you, and lead you to a place of freedom, peace, and fulfillment. Even when you do not understand how events unfold, stand firm in my presence, and your soul will find rest and renewed hope with every new dawn. With love, God. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.